Miss Rhea Davis. What a powerful message and a powerful voice. Wouldn't you agree? We're so delighted and thankful to have such beautiful music and musicians here and wonderful, talented musicians with us and singers like Rhea and Alethea and our band. A businessman was in a great deal of trouble. His business was failing. He had put everything that he had into growing his business, and he reached a point that he owed everybody and was barely producing any revenue. He was so distraught, and as the last resort, he decided to contact the local minister. Stopped by to see the local minister and began to tell the minister all about his situation. After listening to the man's concern, the minister says, well, this is what I want you to do. I want you to get a chair, a beach chair, get your Bible, and I want you to go and sit by the water's edge. Open your Bible, put it in your lap, and allow the wind to blow the pages until the pages rest. The Bible, pages rest, and the very first thing you read will be your answer. Sure enough, the businessman took his beach chair, his Bible, went down to the water's edge, took his seat, opened the Bible, and had his experience. A year later, he visited the minister. I mean, he was in his tailored suit, all dressed to the nines, from the crown of his head to the soles of his feet, and he had his new wife, and she was blinged out and had bling everywhere, like some of you in here today. Had his children, and they were so just dressed to the T's, to the nines, and so the minister looked. The businessman returned to see the minister and gave the minister this bag of money. And the minister said, oh, wow, did you do what I told you to? The man says, yes, I did. The minister says, did you get your beach chair? Go and sit by the water's edge? The businessman says, yes, absolutely, I sure did. Did you place your Bible in your lap and allow the wind to blow the pages until the pages rested on a single page? The businessman said, I sure did. Did you read the first thing that you saw, and was that your answer? And the businessman said, I sure did, and yes, it was. And the minister said, well, what was it? What did you read? He says, chapter 11. That's what, forgive me. Forgive me. Listen, it was something that I got, and I figured you might. Pray. Will you pray right now? It has come to that prayer. Friends, on the first Sunday, we did a message that really set up the month. You know, it's okay to laugh, and please, laughter is good. You know, it's medicine for the soul. Let's laugh again. Take a ha-ha. It's medicine for the soul. It really is. It is a great physician. On the first Sunday, we launched a sermon entitled The Power of Positive Thinking. And we were reminded to be positive thinkers. And last Sunday, we did like a sequel to that entitled It Works If You Work It, The Power of Positive Speaking. How many of you were more conscious of your words over the past week? You were conscious of yourself as a positive speaker. Today, we will continue with part 3. It's the trilogy. It's part 3 of this, I didn't realize it would be a series, but entitled, It Works If You Work It, The Power of Positive Faith. And as we consider this idea, the power of positive faith, and understanding that, or just being mindful that as we're approaching the end, right now we're in the middle of the Lenten season, which is symbolic of Jesus' time, the master teacher's time in the wilderness in preparation for his divine call, his divine plan, his divine path, his purpose. And every great spiritual leader, in fact, not only spiritual leaders, but I would say every mystic, every individual, every one of us who are seeking to be more spiritual, and you might have heard that reference. We're not religious. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. Have you heard that? You might have even said it. To say that I'm more spiritual, I practice spirituality rather than religion, is to suggest that I practice being one with my source. And every individual who seeks or who desires to have this level of oneness and this experience that the great mystic Howard Thurman calls the creative encounter with God must engage in a time in the wilderness, reflected in the 40 days that the master teacher stayed in the wilderness. And that's the place between two opinions, that of the ego or the physical, the carnal aspect of ourselves, as Paul would say, and the spiritual aspect of ourselves. It's the human of us and the divine of us. And it's in that space of the wilderness, it's the preparation phase that we get to wrestle. We come to grips with who we are as a divine, unique, individualized expression of God, unrepeatable. And as we consider this idea, it works if you work at the power of faith. It is an essential part of the wilderness experience. Faith is an awesome power that we all have. In fact, it's one of the 12 powers. I know that you're aware of it.